Okay, so hi, I'm Matthew, and we're going to try to set up this duckweed experiment to show you how it's done. So mostly you'll see that it's kind of done on the cheap, so it's not too expensive. Solo cups, various other similar things. We're going to use two products. One of them is this stuff that you will add to your water source in order to get rid of the chlorine or the chloramine, depending on which city you're in. So we've already done that in here. This is Osmocote, which is a slow release fertilizer that will help keep the plants growing. So I've got the Osmocote in here. It looks like little beads, and I'm gonna put 25 of each of them in each of these cups. So then what we want to do is get our duckweeds into these cups in the appropriate treatments. And what that means is we have three different treatments. We have one where it's Lemna low, Salvinia high, one where it's 50-50, and the other one where Lemna high, Salvinia low. Okay, you get the idea. And to do that, we're gonna sort them. And one thing we do wanna do is we're gonna wanna take a picture of them before we combine them into the little cups, which is our microcosms. Okay, so in order to do that, we use these pre-selected containers that we will call low and high. And so the way this works is we get a little bit of water and get it quite close to the top. And I'm gonna start putting Salvinia in here. This is the Salvinia, the bigger one, and putting it out in here. I find that it's most useful to use your fingers, even though technically you could use some implement of some sort or another. And we're shooting to get 100% cover of the Salvinia. We're gonna do that twice. So we'll do that once. Oops. I collected these from natural ponds. You'll probably get yours from a distributor. Okay, so another one. Put that in there. And then we're gonna do the same thing with the small and the Lemna. Okay, this one's a little trickier. And so you're basically picking these off with hopefully some tweezers or some chopsticks or whatever. It's best if you don't use your fingers on this because they're a little bit too small to really control the way you want to do this. Okay, this is one. Here's another one. Put that in there. And the Lemnas tend to stick to the walls of the things, so you got to make sure you get all of them. Okay. Then we are going to bring the water level in these up to the rim there. Both of those. And it looks like that. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, and then you go in here and make everybody look pretty for the camera, meaning they should be right side up. And yeah, those look good. With the Lemna, you'll notice that they tend to kind of come around to the edge, and we need some soap to break the meniscus here, but otherwise you try to just kind of corral them towards the middle so that they're not on the edge and so that they're not stuck next to the plastic. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, and then we're going to take a photograph of them, and yeah, we put that there. And do we have a camera? And try to find a way so that you don't get glare in the picture. Okay, and you'll notice that there's a ruler there, which we're going to use to calibrate our photos. Okay, once we've done that, we fill the cup that we're going to use, labeled treatment 1, Lemna small or low, Salvinia high, and we can see if this works. Just pouring this in here. Okay, that looks good. And then we'll pull these out by hand and make sure everything shakes so that they're not on top of each other, and so they're getting along nicely, at least at the beginning of the experiment. And then we add a little water to get to this ridge line, the last ridge line on the solo cup. You can see that it's mostly Salvinia with a little bit of Lemna, and then there is some clear water. There should be technically about 20% of it should be open. Yeah, we already had this pre-labeled. Okay, and so we're done with that one. We do the other ones kind of the same way, except that instead of 2 cups of the big and 2 little of these for the way we did it with the first one. The second one, we want 50-50 mix, and so we get 1 of each type for both. And for the third one, we do the reverse, the Lemna in the big containers and 2 small containers. That's it. You should write notes about any problems you might have had or anything like that in your book, so that in the end, if there's some problem, we have some reason to think, oh, there was a mess up, or no, everything went smoothly. You'll also, want to try to keep the water level constant. And so like every couple days or whatever, depending on how often your class meets, you can top it off with some more water. And so the reverse of this consists of putting water in your trays like before, and then taking your duckweeds out carefully, and pull out your Lemna and dunk it in here, so that the Salvinia, and dunk the Salvinia in here to rinse off any of the Lemna. Okay, and then when you take this down, you'll take another photo just like the previous one, and we'll compare them to each other, and those will be our results. Now keep in mind that we're already putting them in a pretty crowded situation, so we're not expecting huge amounts of growth, because it's hard for them to go much above 100%, and we're starting them at a total of 80%. What matters is, which ones grow more and which ones might decrease in abundance. Depending on where these duckweeds come from, you might see that you have some bugs crawling around in the water, like they might be little amphipods or insects or something like that. And that can be fun, but you should take a note of those things, or anything else that you see. Second picture, just like the first one. Okay.
So as a note, if you do not have access to ImageJ, which is the software that we use to calculate the surface area of our macrophytes here, you can do a sort of old-fashioned approach, which is take your bowls and overlay them with a grid. So here we've just set up this grid on this petri dish and tried to line up the edge of our surface of the water here with this grid. And then what you do is you count the number of times that, as you're going across here, a leaf of either of your species intersects with either a dot, which is sort of in these centers here, or a vertex here. Okay. You'll just note the number of times that it intersects with one of those 2 points across your little surface area here, and then divide that number by 49. And then you will get the approximate area of coverage for your species. And you do the same for the other species, and then you can use that percent cover to get the approximate area. So the total surface area of the water here is 113 centimeters squared, and then you can use your percentage to say, okay, well, this percentage of the total surface area of the water was covered by this species, and that will give you an approximate area of coverage for the species. So yes, just be careful. If you do the grid method when you are taking the photos, take the photos without the grid, and then do the grid after the fact.